Get up, Richard and Perkins defend Kawhi Leonard in $28 million secret deal scandal with Clippers. The Los Angeles Clippers have once again found themselves in the center of NBA controversy, as reports surfaced alleging that the organization was involved in a secret $28 million deal tied to superstar Kawhi Leonard. The news sent shockwaves across the league, fueling debates about salary cap violations, improper benefits, and whether the Clippers may have crossed the line in their pursuit of championship glory. On ESPN's Get Up, Richard Jefferson and Kendrick Perkins came to Leonard's defense, arguing that the scrutiny has been blown out of proportion and that the All-Star forward is being unfairly targeted. The alleged scandal stems from claims that the Clippers arranged financial incentives outside of Leonard's contract to ensure his commitment to the franchise. While the details remain murky, reports suggest that the league is investigating whether the organization circumvented salary cap rules through undisclosed benefits. For a team already under the microscope due to its high payroll and aggressive spending under owner Steve Ballmer, the timing could not be worse. On Get Up, both Jefferson and Perkins immediately pushed back on the narrative that Leonard is complicit in any wrongdoing. Richard Jefferson argued that superstar recruitment has always involved a complex mix of negotiations, promises, and incentives. "Let's not act like Kawhi Leonard invented this," Jefferson said. "Players of his caliber always come with demands. Teams have been bending over backward for stars for decades. Now suddenly, because it's Kawhi, it's being labeled a scandal." Kendrick Perkins took an even stronger stance, defending Leonard's integrity. He reminded viewers that Leonard has never been one for flashy headlines or off-court drama. "This is a guy who barely talks in the media, who's all about basketball," Perkins emphasized. "To sit here and paint him as the face of some shady deal is unfair. If there's any investigation, it should be about the organization, not Kawhi himself." Perkins stressed that athletes should not be penalized for what front offices or ownership groups might do behind the scenes. The Get Up panel also highlighted the broader context of the NBA's new collective bargaining agreement, which has made financial compliance even more strict. With harsher penalties for luxury tax offenders and new spending restrictions, the league is clearly signaling its intent to crack down on teams that push the limits. Jefferson and Perkins both agreed that this climate makes it easier for narratives like this one to spiral into full-blown controversies, even when facts are not yet fully established. Another point raised during the segment was the Clippers' reputation. Since Ballmer purchased the team, the organization has tried to distance itself from the dysfunction of the Donald Sterling era. But with multiple investigations now swirling, the perception that the Clippers operate on the margins of legality threatens to undo years of reputation building. Jefferson noted that critics often conflate the team's aggressive spending with dishonesty, when in reality, Ballmer has simply used his vast resources to give the Clippers every possible advantage within the rules. For Leonard personally, the scandal represents yet another challenge in his Clippers tenure. Injuries and load management have already kept him under constant media scrutiny, with many questioning his availability during crucial stretches. Now, with his name attached to financial controversy, Leonard faces a new wave of criticism. Perkins, however, argued that it's unfair to pile these issues onto the player himself. If Kawhi says, "I want to play for the Clippers," and the front office says, "We'll make it happen," how is that his crime? Perkins asked. As the Get Up crew concluded their discussion, the message was clear. The NBA must sort out the facts before passing judgment. While the report of a $28 million secret deal is serious, Jefferson and Perkins stressed that Leonard should not be vilified without evidence linking him directly to wrongdoing. The real focus, they argued, should be on how the Clippers as an organization operate, not on the character of one of the league's most reserved stars. In the end, the controversy highlights the tension between player empowerment, team ambition, and league oversight. Kawhi Leonard remains a central figure in the Clippers' quest for a championship, and while investigations may create headlines, his defenders believe his reputation as a player should not be tarnished by speculation. For now, the NBA world will have to wait for clarity, but on Get Up, Jefferson and Perkins made it clear that Kawhi deserves the benefit of the doubt.